Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to part 2 of our countdown to the top 10 figures of 2024. I know this video is late. It should have actually gone up at the end of last month in August. However, I figured since I missed that date, rather than put this up at the beginning of this month or in the middle of September, I would wait until the end of September to get a full month in of new buys, just to maybe help weed it down for the next, for part 3 that'll be coming up in 3 months now. So what we have here is everything that has been collected between the last video and this video. As you can see, the stock is greatly enhanced since the previous video, meaning I have much more to choose from this time than I did the first time back in, what was it? I think it was April that I had part 1 up. There will be a card and link to part 1 right here if you want to view that. Now, as far as what constitutes a figure in my mind as a contender for the best of 2024, basically there's some easy criteria. Basically, it had to come out in 2024, and that does include reissues, and I had to have purchased it. That's really it. So these are figures that are new to 2024, including reissues that I have purchased that are part of my collection. And from that, we are going to whittle these down to what would be a top 10 contender, and then we are going to compare those to what is currently the top 10 and see what goes and what stays. Also, as I admitted in the previous video, I have 100% stolen this format from Secret Galaxy, from Dan Larson, mainly because it honestly makes sense. Rather than looking at the entire collection at the end of the year, whittling through it and, you know, slimming the selection down as the year progresses, I feel 1 is more realistic. It helps you like get a handle on how much you have. 2 sort of spreads it out, makes it a little bit more fun. And 3, it's just easier and makes more sense. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I know you're not watching, Dan, but hey, I hope you don't mind. Now, on to what we have here. We have a pretty good showing from the likes of Mezco, Super 7, Hasbro, Mafex, Mattel. Now, there's one missing from this that you may have noticed, especially if you've been paying attention to the member exclusive videos that I've been putting up, and that is the 3-0 Cobra Commander. And the main reason for that is it's 3-0. He's at 1/6 scale. He's a 12-inch figure, cloth goods, really great looking figure, great looking accessories, kind of in a different league. Things like 3-0 and Hot Toys, like, I don't include in things like this because it's almost an unfair comparison. So he's not involved in this. If he was, you better believe he would have been in the top 10, easy spot right there. So with what we have here, let's start whittling these away and taking a look at what we end up with. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that the first thing that is going away are these 3 translucent figures back here. I put them in there just because they were new to 2024, and I bought them. We have Omen of Darkness, Forgotten King from the Monster Force. This was a Joe Fest exclusive. We have the Super 7 SDCC exclusive, which is the translucent Sheila from the upcoming D&D line. And we have Blood Prince Dracula, once again a Joe Fest exclusive. It's not that I have anything against them. I like them. That's why I bought them. I think the translucent figure is a neat gimmick, but that's really what it is a gimmick figure, and that's just not top 10 material. You know what I'm saying? So all 3 of these are going away right off the bat. The next 2 to go are going to be the fist figures over here. And these have so much potential, and I'm really curious to see if they're going to do a wave 2 of these, because if they fixed a few things, these could be real contenders, but like they're very high in the crotch. The paint apps definitely leave something to be desired. The armor is very loose. The face sculpts on both of them, I think, are fantastic. It's just the paint apps on Mad Dog, the paint coming off of the fingers. Most of their accessories they can't hold. So sorry guys, Doom Sinner and Mad Dog, these boys are going away. Something else that's getting the boot right off the bat is going to be our Stinger driver. Look, I love the Stinger. I mean, I love the Stinger so much that I'm thinking of getting a second one. But the truth of the matter is, the Stinger, the figure, everything about this $100 set is total reuse. The vehicle, the blast effects, the figure, the accessories. The only thing that's new is the canopy enclosures and the missile launcher. So unfortunately, this guy doesn't cut it. All right, so let's whittle through the rest of these and see what's next to go. Now, as much as I like the Anniversary Soldier here, I do think the Diver is already in the top 10, and I feel like the Diver is a better figure. Not only that, between the Halo Jumper and the Marine Sniper that's coming out, I think the best 60th anniversary figure is yet to come. Okay, I think I'm about to upset a lot of Action Force fans with this one. Like, he's a good figure. I don't like this. Like, only having this head sculpt, I think, is a real hindrance to him. The minigun that he comes with is decent. The armor and the bracers are decent. But once again, like, for being a 100th anniversary figure and being a version 2 of a figure that already exists, I do like the mask. But once again, I feel like the best of Valaverse for this year is yet to come, and it's coming in the Series 5 that just hasn't released yet. I don't think this is the best that they have to offer this year. I think that's on its way. Okay, so here's what we have left. First of all, I know this Dr. Doom back here is basically reuse from a lot of other Dr. Dooms, and usually I wouldn't put a reuse figure in the top 10 like that, but this is so good. This is the only Dr. Doom that I've wanted to purchase. Like, I bought the entire 3-pack basically for this Dr. Doom because the look of him, the coloring, everything, like, to me, that is what Doom is supposed to look like. Once a man Cobra Commander, even though I do not have a great love for Cobra Law, like, who would have thought we would have gotten this? And this is basically a monster. And you know how much I love the monsters. The sculpt looks great. Like, I think they did a really good job on him for what he is. And that is counting in my dislike for Cobra Law, but I still think this is a really decent figure. And then, of course, we have Torch right here. He's a Dreadnought. He looks fantastic. We just did the video for him. And, I mean, it's Torch. Look at him. He looks like Lemmy from Motorhead. The detail, the paint, the silver, the only thing, if these would have been painted silver instead of gray, that would have just been perfect. Mezco 1/12 Storm Shadow right here. I love this figure. I 100% love this figure. And I loved Snake Eyes too, but I didn't want it to be just like 2 Mezco G.I. Joe ninja figures in the finals, you know, like in the in the lineup. So Storm Shadow is going to stand in for both of them. The Mafex Batman, like, this is just a great figure. I mean, this is a fantastic figure, even if it wasn't Batman. Like, this is the cape, the look, the posability, how heavy the cape looks, how real the cape looks. I absolutely love this figure right here. Like, this may move into the #1 slot. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then we have the Super 7 Conan figure. And I took the deluxe Conan out because I was disappointed in the size, because I was disappointed with how stiff the hand is. It's hard to get the Atlantean sword in and out of his hand. And Valeria I liked, but like, there's not much to her, and her head is a little loose. But these 5.5 Conan the Barbarian figures, I think are fantastic. I think they're really fun. I took the other one out because he's going to represent both of them. I do think the war paint Conan right here is the better of the two. So this is the lineup right here. We have 6 new contenders. So we're going to pit them against the top 10 that I have right now. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of shifting in the initial line. So let's get them out, let's set them up, and let's see who goes and who stays. Okay, here they are. As it stands, our top 10 for 2024 so far. Coming in at number 10, we have the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Lobo and his Space Hog. At number 9, we have Hasbro Marvel Legends Power Princess. At number 8, we have Valaverse Action Force, the reissue of Pandora. At number 7, we have Hasbro G.I.Joe Classified Series Shadow Tracker. At number 6, we have Hasbro G.I.Joe Classified Series 60th Anniversary Diver. At number 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, at number 5, we have Hasbro G.I. Joe Retro Cardback Retro Scarlet. At number 4, we have Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Clutch. He also represents the Vamp. At number 3, Valaverse Action Force Sniper Blowback with his ghillie suit. Number 2, we have Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Airborne. And at number 1, we have the Mezco 1/12 Shadow. Now, let's bring in our contenders and see who goes and who stays. There's a lot of G.I. Joe here, so I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of G.I. Joe being weeded out, because as much as I love my G.I. Joe Classified series, I don't want the top 10 to be like over 50% or even 50% G.I. Joe. Least of all of them being Hasbro. So here is what we've added in. Let's see who's going to go and who stays. That I think the first one that's going to go, unfortunately, is going to be the Retro Card Scarlet. As much, well, let's hold off on her for right now, but I definitely think Power Princess is going to go. I loved her when she came out. I still like her as a figure. She's still probably the best Wonder Woman figure that's been made so far. But I don't know, there's just something like she's good, but I don't think she's top 10 good. So she's going to go. The Diver is definitely staying. Shadow Tracker is staying. I think one of the Action Force figures is going to go. And I think it's going to be Blowback. I like Blowback. I think he's really cool. I like the sniper look they gave him. I love the camo pattern on his face. I love the ghillie suit that they gave him. But when it comes down to it, he's basically the infantry builder, the army builder with a different paint job. Unlike Pandora, who has the scarf, she has the unique armor, she has the upgrade kit, the tattoos, the unique head sculpt. She has a second head sculpt that came with her upgrade kit. I'm pretty sure the buck, the main body, is reuse from the female figures, but I think the legs and the boots are new. So Pandora may actually end up getting an upgrade in the line, but Blowback, as much as I enjoy that guy, he's going to go. Conan's going to stay. Storm Shadow will probably stay. Batman is definitely staying. Airborne is going to stay. Clutch. Scarlet's got to go. Scarlet has to go. I'm excited for this figure. This is the version of Scarlet that we always wanted, but her proportions are a little wonky. She has a hard time standing on her own. And I shouldn't count it, but like the accessories that she came with, that crossbow was just horrible. And I don't know, she's so close. Like, she'd probably be an honorable mention, but Scarlet's got to go. The Shadow is staying. So let's see here. Storm Shadow is staying. Conan is staying. Batman is 100% staying. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As much as I hate to do it, I think Airborne might go, because Airborne, quite honestly, is here because of what he meant to me personally. Doesn't matter. Does it really matter? It's my top 10. It's my criteria. I don't know. I don't know. So I feel like Airborne or Shadow Tracker needs to go. But there's no way Shadow Tracker can go. Shadow Tracker is fantastic. So I think what we're going to do is Cobra Commander is going to fill in a spot. Once a Man Cobra Commander is going to fill in a spot. And I think Torch is going to go. Like I said, if these would have been painted silver, it would have been a perfect figure. And I think he's great. I really do. But he's kind of representative of like the quality that we've come to expect from the Classified series to begin with. But man, is he awesome. And besides that, I think there's a Dreadnought coming that's going to end up in this lineup. Airborne's going to go. He might be back later. Who knows? But Airborne's going to go. And I think Doom is going to take his place. So let's work this out. That Shadow, I think, is moving into number 2. Batman is going to take the number 1 spot. Definitely. Mafex Batman number 1. Shadow number 2. This may be a surprise, but I think the Super 7 5.5 Conan figure is going to take number 3 because he's unique. He's fun, and it's probably the best likeness of Arnold that they've made so far. So he's going to be number 3. Clutch and the Vamp... Whoops, sorry, Pandora. Clutch and the Vamp will be number 4. And I think I am going to move... No. Storm Shadow is going to be number 4. Mezco 112. Storm Shadow. Clutch and the Vamp... No, let's go back to that. Clutch and the Vamp will be number 4. Storm Shadow... Mezco 112, Storm Shadow will be number 5. I think Pandora is going to get an upgrade, and I'm going to move her up to number 6, the Pandora reissue here. Let's get a better stance out of you. Shadow Tracker and Cobra Commander. Shadow Tracker and Cobra Commander, Shadow Tracker and Cobra Commander. You know what? You know, looking at these two together, I think... let's hold off on that. So Cobra Commander will be, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And no. The Diver will be 7. Cobra Commander will be 8. Wait, do I have one too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy. Oh no. I have one too many. So we are going to, I don't want all G.I. Joe. Like, that's the thing. So once again, I'm back down to Shadow Tracker or Once a Man Cobra Commander. And I think I'm going to have to go with Shadow Tracker, to be completely honest. I think he's a more interesting figure. I think he's a more dynamic figure. I just think he's a better looking figure all around. And then that will put Dr. Doom at number 9. So It's not nearly as G.I. Joe heavy. Honestly, it's not nearly as Hasbro heavy as it was the first time as well. And not that that mattered, not that that was like part of the criteria, but I do like to see a better mix of manufacturers and figures as it is. So, counting down, we still have Lobo and the Space Hog from the DC Multiverse line by McFarlane Toys at number 10. Hasbro Marvel Legends Doctor Doom from the Amazon exclusive Cabal 3-pack is number 9. Shadow Tracker, which was I think it was a Walmart exclusive actually, is number 8. The 60th Anniversary Diver is number 7. Valaverse Action Force Pandora reissue is number 6. Mezco 1/12 Storm Shadow at number 5. Classified Series Clutch and the Vamp at number 4. Super 7's 5.5 Conan the Barbarian Warpaint Edition at number 3. Mezco 1/12 The Shadow at number 2. And Metacom Mafex Nightfall Batman at number 1. And if you've seen any of the videos I have of figures that I have yet to open, there's going to be more that I don't doubt is going to push some of these out of the way. I never realized how hard these decisions were to make until I had to make them for myself. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling that there is something that's going to be pushing Lobo out. The only reason Lobo made the cut now is because he's the only... It's just that he's Lobo. And like, if he was anything else other than McFarlane, he probably would have been bumped up in the line. But the limits on the articulation, like the sculpt, I think is beautiful. The Space Hog is okay. But the sculpt on the figure, I think, is beautiful. The clothing, the paint apps, like, I think all of that, the metal on his boots and his kneecaps right there, his knee pads, his skull knee pads right here. I think this whole thing visually is fantastic. Articulation, it's a McFarlane multiverse figure. The articulation isn't going to be the best right there. He doesn't even stand very well on his own, which is why I always pose him on the Space Hog. Oh, and I forgot, he has Dog. Hold on. He has Dog back here as well. So there's that. I don't know. He may get bumped in the next round, though. But this is what we have. I keep looking in the discard pile. I keep looking back in the discard pile thinking, is there something that I'm missing? Is there something else that should be here? But this is what we have. This is the top 10 for right now. And in 3 months, you know this is going to change again. Comment down below. Let me know what I'm wrong about. Let me know what you would have kept or what you would have booted or what you would have even booted from this lineup right here. I have my reasonings for all of these figures. Like, there's a very good reason why Clutch is still in this spot, but the Ferret Pilot, the Stinger Pilot, and the HMS Techno Viper isn't in here. Like I said, Storm Shadow kind of represents all of the G.I. Joe Mezco figures that I have, which includes actually Destro and Destro I haven't even opened yet, and Snake Eyes. Then we have the 60th anniversary figures back here, like that. These are actually a big deal. So this is just so good. Like, Shadow Tracker is still like just so good. Like, he stands out from the line. He's not a Dreadnought. He's not really Cobra. There's so much here. Like, this is not an easy job, folks. But let me know, comment down below what you like, what you don't like, and we'll be back doing this again in roughly 3 months. Don't forget, on October 1st, Bricktober begins. So hopefully we will see you here. We will see you back here for that as well. Don't touch that dial. Before you go, please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you already are a subscriber, what a legend you are. If you like what we do here and you want to help the channel grow, please consider becoming a member, whether through YouTube memberships or our Coffee monthly subscription. Links to that in the description below. Both of them for $1 a month, you can get access to exclusive content, such as our monthly member exclusive video. This month is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Stinger. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.